Hello, welcome to Snacks and Stacks. This is the beginning of the 4th week of the December reading challenge where I finish a book a day. Sometimes if it's a manga, I start and finish a book in a day, but I do kind of slowly read other books throughout the week and try to pick a day to finish it. I'm actually having a little bit of a dilemma because I feel like I might be able to finish this book today, but I'm not sure. So I'm gonna work on this while I eat my lunch, which is normally when I start these vlogs. And if I feel like I can't get to finishing this, then I will pick up a short manga. I don't want to pick up Fullmetal until I've finished this because I want to read Fullmetal like binging it. I'm having a salad today, trying to eat a little healthy. I look a bit like a gremlin, but hopefully the camera adds some, I don't know, gives me some grace. We are cleaning my office, and so everything looks crazy right now. All the books that I put on the bookshelf is on there. Just wait. Look at my bedroom. And it's laundry day. As I wait for my carpet to dry, I think I can do this. It's not a work day, it's a Saturday. So what is Good Spirits about? Good Spirits is a contemporary romance that's mixed with some magical realism because our main dude is a ghosty ghost. He is the ghost of Christmas past. He has been doing this for about a century now. He feels stuck. He feels like his job is basically to deal with these shitty people who have these pasts that reveal that they are all not nice. And he was assigned to Harriet York, and he's a bit confused because she doesn't seem that bad. Harriet is a young, maybe 20-something. I missed it if they said it. Harriet is a young woman who is owner of this antique shop that her aunt has left her. She definitely has a lot of struggles with her immediate family. Her mother is a perfectionist. I'm guessing her father is too. She is estranged from her sister, and she feels quite lonely. So these two lonely people end up together December 1st, and he is trying to convince her that, hey, you're my assignment. Let's just get this over with. And she's like, I mean, I'm not a great person, but I don't know. I don't feel like I'm that bad. But there's definitely like an underlying mystery to this, as in like she has done something that she finds is bad and we haven't seen it yet. So I'm about 30-something% in. The love is quick. This is not a slow burn. This is a man who hasn't seen or been with a woman that's within his age in a century, and I think he horny. Like I don't know, like he immediately was like, oh. So and she's probably lonely. I don't know. He's Irish. He's got an accent. So for me so far, the romance in this is a bit superficial, but I'm sure it'll maybe get less so. BK Borison is one of my favorite romance authors, so I kind of put her on a pedestal, but I've noticed that the way she writes grumpy men is not my favorite. There's something about the way she writes grumpy men that I think comes off a bit like a red flag. But yeah, I'm gonna read, I'm gonna eat, and see how far I get. We don't have a lot of time. My battery is dying. I did finish Good Spirits today. I was able to just read. I'm sure I will be doing more chores tomorrow than I expected because I did spend most of my afternoon reading Good Spirits. Oh. I think that BK Borison's writing is still like very delightful and funny, and there's still really enjoyable parts to this book. However, it's not my favorite. It's not a new favorite for me, and that's fine. I think she did a really great job with what she wrote, and honestly, the ending felt nice and like magical, But as a person who reads fantasy primarily, I like my magic to be a certain way. And I don't know, I felt like it was lacking something. And there's definitely some technical things that were lacking. One being that mistletoes are white, primarily white. I did look this up because I was like, oh, I thought they were white. Can they be red? And they can be red, or there's like a certain ones that can be red in like Spain or something, but not Ireland, where he's from. So it's just details like that that take me out of the story. There was like a part where she talked about putting the blankets aside, and then she was tangled up in the blankets, and there's just some things about like body positioning. And then at the very end I was like, how is this going to work? I'm so confused. I need like an epilogue, because yeah, I don't know, I needed I needed it to make a little bit more sense, which I think you have to dispel a lot of that when you are reading a book about a ghost who people can see and you can feel and fall in love for. So yeah. Another thing I didn't love was I didn't love Nolan. I felt like he was just very like, okay, for someone who is over 100 years old, like 120 something years old, this man should have been way more mature. He shouldn't be leaving without saying goodbye. He shouldn't be having these types of, I understand he was a recluse. I understand for like 100 years he only talked to his assignments and stuff. But you're telling me that he didn't know what Nordstrom was? That he doesn't walk around 11 months of the year? And all he does in the 11 months he doesn't have work is he just sits in his cottage and just reads? Like, for a man who's a fisherman, he doesn't go out to sea, he doesn't do anything. But then, like, for some reason, he knew what, like, he doesn't know what a certain race is, but he knew what, he knew what something else was. Like, it was inconsistent in that way. And, like, even though I think it was put there to be funny, I was just like, I don't know. That is me looking way too much into this. I am sitting at like a 4 because I think it's still really fun. I think it's unique. I think it's lovely. I love the way the girl, like Harriet, stood up for herself. I like that some of her things got solved in the end. I think the way they drew her in the cover doesn't match the description of her hair. Even though I'm giving you all these technical complaints, I thought it was really good. It's not a new favorite. It's not a couple that I am going to sit there and squeal about. It's just hard. It's hard to top my favorites, you know. But it was a good one, and I would recommend it if you like some little magic, but you're not very specific about technical details, and if you want to be in the holiday spirit. Also, this girl has got to have diabetes. But anyways, we'll be back tomorrow with another book. My battery's definitely about to die, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye! Hello, it is Sunday, so day 2 of the 4th week. Oh, look at it. And we're starting on our Fullmetal Alchemist binge, starting with number 8. If you're curious who the dude on the cover is, that is Scar. And he's also on the back. It's just his arm. His hand, I should say. And yeah, I have moved my reading chair next to the Christmas tree, so it'll be so cute. And we'll probably read this today and then continue reading a little bit more of Joe Abercrombie, The Blade Itself, or something like that. A family should be coming tomorrow afternoon, so we'll try to read the next volume in the morning. So let's go read. Yo, stop eating all my apples. Eat oranges. Okay, hello. I had to find a different room because my kid is playing on his computer, which means he's yapping real loud. So I finished number 8 of Fullmetal Alchemist. For those who know the story, it is when they start trying to trap a homunculus. And Scar is a big part of this journey because he is out to get all the state alchemists as kind of vengeance for his brother who died in the mass genocide of the Ishvalans. And so we know that there was a war between the Amestrians, who is the country that our brothers are from, and the Ishvalans, who have red eyes and like darker, tanner skin. And we know that his brother was killed, and so he's out to look for them. Somehow he is also allied with the young girl from Jing, and we have another character from Jing who is allied with the brothers. And so we have all of these people who are all looking for the Philosopher's Stone, for the answers of immortality, and trying to find a way to prolong their lives, and it's all getting so messy. But yeah, that's kind of the main kind of plot that goes on in this volume. I really like it. There was some parts in here that was a little bit different from the TV show. One part being, I don't remember this happening in the show, but maybe I'm wrong, but the brother's father is shown as also being immortal. I'm going to double check with my husband and see if that was in the show. I don't think you find out about that until a little bit later in the show, but also we kind of can assume that because he is shown to never age. This is a great next volume. The pacing was great. We are actively always moving forward, and I love the relationship between the brothers. It's like one of my favorite brother stories, and I just can't wait to keep reading on. So like I said, we are going to be doing a full binge of this. This is 8, and I think there's only like 18. So yeah. Thanks for watching so far, and I'll see you guys next time in the next clip. Today's Monday, so day 3. This might be one of the last days that I talk to you and vlog about the whole experience, but we are going to be binging Fullmetal for the rest of the week. I have family coming, and I am more embarrassed to vlog in front of them than in front of strangers. Let me know if that feels familiar to you guys. But I made a huge breakfast because I'm rather hungry. I made some steamed buns and some eggs. And I'm going to read this, and we're going to keep going. The character in the front here is Envy. I get envy and greed mixed up because they both, I feel at their core, is just like wanting more. But I guess greed is wanting more, and then envy is wanting what other people have. So there's the difference there. And on the back, we have gluttony. I think I know where we're going. I think we're getting to the part where one of the brothers and Ling, the prince, gets into somewhere. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm very curious to see how they draw everything, because I think the colors is what makes it really cool in the anime, but we're gonna do this. There's our intro page art. Hello, I'm all done. It took a while, longer than it normally does because the dogs were so whiny today. But I read it. It is the part that I thought it was, where they get kind of transformed into somewhere, like transported into somewhere else. And I totally forgot that it wasn't just Ling and Edward, it was also Envy. So there's a whole storyline there. Things are starting to open up, and we're starting to get to the big problem. We meet the big bad in a way, and I love it. I love the pacing of this. We are halfway through the books, so I know that this is such a nice plot progression as everything is starting to making sense. We have people at play that are actually working really hard on both sides. And I think that is what I really love about Full Metal, is that sometimes you read stories with good versus evil or anything versus each other, and it's so very obvious that one side is not trying its hardest, right? Like, I'm like, that you're supposed to be evil, where's the evil? And in this, there's definitely bad people, and or not even people, just bad forces at hand, and they are definitely doing the worst. So that's what we have for today. Like I said, I don't think I'll be vlogging while my family's here, so I'm going to leave here, and when I come back, hopefully I've read a bunch of these. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Hi! It's been a few days. I did not vlog at all when my family was here. They left this morning or afternoon, and I'm going to read volume 13 of Fullmetal Alchemist. Since I last checked in, I've read about 4 of them. We are now going to a whole new area. We are in the north, where it is very cold. We have this badass general, and the story is really starting to reveal itself, and like, it's so much is happening and it's so great. The one thing I will have is that the last volume I read, which is volume 12, I actually rated it like a 4.5 instead of a 5. I just felt that one of the things felt really quick to be revealed, and I'm not sure if I felt the same way when I was watching the show. I can't remember now. So let's finish this backwards. Let's finish this, and then we'll do a little outro for the video. Hello, I have finished volume 13 of Fullmetal Alchemist, the Full Metal edition, and we are still in the north. This is kind of feeling like a setup chapter, or volume, I should say. We also have a bit of history on the big bad of this series, and overall this was a lot of fun. I love how it reveals everything. I love the way the magic system works here, and the history of what happened with alchemy and what happens in Xerxes, this whole thing where royalty is always looking for immortality and living forever, and that play on that. So I am very much enjoying this chapter. It is a little bit of setup, but it's also a little bit of like background as well. So I thought it was a good mix of everything. So that will be this full week of finishing a book a day. So first day was Good Spirits. We finished that up. And then we finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 6, which makes sense because there's 7 days in a week. 6 volumes of Fullmetal Alchemist from volume 8 to 13. Next week we have exactly 5 more days of December, and we have exactly 5 more volumes of Full Metal. So that will be the ending of my reading challenge. So I will see you guys in that last video. If you're still around, let me know if you have any plans for 2026. Happy reading, happy snacking, and I'll see you guys very soon.